Did you miss me?
Shaboing boing.
Guess who's back? Back again. Couples couch. Tell a friend. Guess who's back?
Welcome back to the Married at First Sight, Season 14, Episode 1. This is Couples Couch with
Pat.
And I'm Cam. We are back reviewing the Married at First Sight season in Boston. All right, Barnell Hill in the building. Y'all have to remember that from Martin. I mean, that was a classic. He was good. Tommy Davidson. He was good.
He's talented.
Oh my God.
Cam got us in our Easter yellow early.
I'm trying to wake us up. It's Saturday, so let's get it, right? If you are new to our channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. You know what I'm about to say. This will be a high-level overview. I don't get into the nitty-gritty details of everything that happened in the episode unless we see fit. In this episode, the couples will find their perfect wedding looks. They'll have their bachelor and bachelorette parties, and one couple will get married out of the 5. And they'll also be telling their family and friends that they'll be getting married in 2 weeks. So that's what happens. Pretty much high-level overview of what goes on in this episode. Let's get into the first couple. Let's start with Mark. Mark is 37 years old. He calls himself Mr. Wicked Committed, or that's what the show calls him as his title. Said that he's been trying to get on the show now for 4 years, and this is his second chance. When they came to Boston in season 7, he didn't make it on the show, so now he's back. Why are you doing the head shake? Mark says that...
Don't set me up. If I go on the show, don't set me up with somebody that didn't get on the show 4 years ago and still ain't found somebody.
This is the what left.
Yeah, it's a reason.
What's left out here.
It's a reason he been out here for 7 years, 6 years?
He
probably?
said 4 years ago, season 7. I thought it was like by people call him Mark the Shark.
People don't call him Mark the Shark.
He says when he sees something he wants, he goes after it like a shark. I don't know. I don't like the Mark the Shark thing.
Nobody does.
But
nobody should.
But that's his thing, so let him have at it.
A nickname like Mark the Shark, that's like what you call someone if you play a sport and y'all are playing that sport.
I hear Mark the Shark and I think of like poker.
Okay.
Right? Like
I can see that, yeah.
The shark, like he's out here just getting people
in
a poker game.
Then you just call him Shark. That's something a weirdo says about himself, like, yo, I'm like wicked cool, bro. Like, yo, you should call me Mark the Shark. And the dude was like, okay, yeah. Like, he's drunk. I'm letting him go. And like from that day, Mark took it to heart. Like,
yeah, that's his name.
He got a custom bumper sticker.
And everything.
Mark the Shark drives this truck. Nobody's called Mark the Shark.
No. I don't know. So Mark says he's looking for a girl of his dreams. And he lives with 3 cats. He said back in 2019, his dad was diagnosed with cancer and passed in 5 weeks. His grandma has dementia and his mom lives in a rehab. He got a whole lot going on in his personal life there.
Yeah, like,
he says that his mom is in a rehab because she can't take care of herself. He said he is now looking for a girl to watch movies with, on cold nights, drink hot cocoa, and wear pajamas. Mark's sounding a lot like Diddy and Usher.
Who?
I Need a Girl. Y'all remember this? Hey. Mark, where you at?
I need a girl to ride. I need a girl to make my wife. I need a girl who's mine, oh mine. I need a girl in my life.
Known on the microphone.
Need a wife at home.
Never spend the night alone. I got a few you would like to do. Just that romance me, don't pick on my fancy.
Tiffany and Nancy, that's not what my plans be. So Mark's friends believe that he is in denial about how much he has to take care of his mom, and that may be an issue for whatever potential wife that he may get. So, I mean, but what y'all want him to do? That's his mama. Like, he gonna have to take care of his mama. No?
Yeah.
Like, I wish you would try to be like, oh, you're doing too much for your mom. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't because of my mama. Same for you. Would you?
No.
Oh, so what the head turn is for?
Because you coming at me like
Oh,
I've
I'm
ever
sorry.
said anything bad about
my
you.
mama. Saying.
I live my mama biscuits.
All right. Let's move on to Lindsay, his match.
Oh.
Lindsay is 34. She is titled the Wild Card. Says she likes to go to bed at 9:30. Don't know how wild that is. And doesn't want to drink caffeine because it's too much of a stimulant. Says that she was in a relationship with a dude and engaged to be married in 5 days before the wedding. He called it off. That's jacked up. Lindsay lives with 2 cats. Her dad said she's a strong personality who tends to react instead of respond. Maybe that's where the wild card part comes in. It's just her personality part of it. And her dad said her husband needs to have the patience of a saint because she's a lot to handle.
I ain't gotta have nothing.
She better come correct if she know what time it is for her husband to be. You know, if you want a lasting marriage, you can't be out here acting crazy.
Right.
Or you can, but it just depends on what your husband would like to deal with.
I guess there are some dudes that deal with it. I'll walk off on you. You get too loud in Walmart.
Patrick pulled the disappearing act.
Why you always get the great value? I told you I like the name.
And that's not a depiction of me.
No.
By no means.
No.
No, I don't like embarrassment.
That's just an
either.
example. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna argue with people out in public.
I don't like embarrassment. I like things to be at peace, even keel at all times. I don't like.
Right. I agree with a small little change.
What do you mean?
I don't like to be embarrassed without no get back.
Oh my God! But you don't
Like,
want to make a scene in public.
I don't like to be embarrassed, but I really don't like to be embarrassed and not retaliate.
Well, you asked for it now. You called for me or you sent for me, and I'm here. So
Not me, but this is how
yes, generally
Okay.
speaking,
All right.
like you don't want no smoke.
we on team. We team here.
Yes,
out here like
yes.
some angry birds with our yellow. It's the fast one. Boom.
Beautiful. Let's move on to the next couple. The next couple is Elijah and Katina. So
Akeem Elijah. No. You can't cook. No.
So let me get into what he's talking about. So 29 years old, considers himself the ex-playboy, says he cheated on girls back in the past because he was living his life, and now he has developed himself into the person who cares about others first before himself.
This dude a clown. He telling so many stories, he got to shake his head yes constantly to make sure he agree with it.
Oh,
You know, I'm ready to change now.
Now
know.
he's trying to convince himself.
I used to not be a good guy, but now I've changed and I'm ready to go ahead and make the steps that I'm ready to make to do the right thing. You know, back in the day, I had my share of. Get out of here, you clown.
Oh my gosh. He says that he lost his dad at 16 years old. When he was younger, he used to tell girls that his name was Isaac, which is not his real name. That's actually his middle name. But he says Isaac is gone and now he plans to do right.
All right, you out here using biblical names to do your dirt. Isaac.
God see your heart. God see your
Hey, Playboy.
I don't remember Isaac being like that in the Bible at all. He says that he wants a traditional wife who will come home, and when he comes home, he will have a hot meal ready for him. And his friend asked him, what if she can't cook? He was like, no. There's some things I'm going to allow, and there's some things I'm not going to allow. And that I'm not going to go for because that's not the definition of a wife. My dear, that's the definition of a chef.
His sister-in-law was like,
she was like, she
Boy,
doesn't have
stupid.
to do anything. And he was like, no. Like, he was so narrow-minded on the fact that his wife, has to cook for him. Like, what is wrong with your hands?
I can't wait to see.
They don't
I
work.
can't wait to see
Even
what these
Ray
people
was
do for a
cooking
living.
fried chicken in the.
Back to this again.
Well, I told you about
cooking in the dark. Ray was out there cooking chicken himself.
For real, I can't wait to see what this dude does for a living and how much he makes. Only because, like, what he wants from a wife is
not
based
realistic.
on women when in the 60s when they weren't working
Yes.
and were at home
We
all
have
day.
created our independence.
Yeah, like can you do that? Or can you sustain a one income home and give her all the things that
Right. That you
if
would
not
expect.
and she gotta work, then bro, you might have to come home to a TV dinner. It just be like that.
Listen, or Popeyes, or Chick-fil-A, or something. Like, you don't think anybody...
Or
just
you
to be
cook.
Right, what's wrong with you? I told you Ray was in there cooking fried
can't
chicken.
cook.
And fried chicken is hard to cook.
Look, he can't
You
cook.
got-
He
how
got
did he
too
know when
many
it was done on
muscles.
the
He gonna be
inside?
throwing eggs. Mix, and the whole bone go flying off the thing.
Stop. I can't. Move on to Katina.
Let's keep our focus.
Katina, 30 years old, the party no more girl is her title. Said she was cheated on multiple times by guys in her past who seemed to have a girl on the side. Says she hadn't been in a relationship in 3 years. And the whole time she was talking about, you know, all the things that she went through. I couldn't stop looking at her wig and I just wanted to twist it. That thing was so leaned. I was like, what is going on? I don't understand why the experts would put Katina and Isaac together or Elijah together, because he made mention that he cheated a lot and has a history of cheating, and she is coming in with a history of being cheated on. So y'all tried it. Like, what is
Some pithical.
what? It's bad. I'm like, I see
No,
y'all.
it's good.
You
It's-
experts
that's how
are
it fit.
shady.
He's used to cheating. She's used to being cheated on.
They'll mesh.
Mesh.
Next couple to be matched is Noy and Steve. Steve is 38 years old, Mr. Free Spirit.
Steve the Ears. Best friends with Mark the Shark.
Steve says he's a risk taker and adventurous, and whole time he started off on the screen on that electric scooter, and I could only see Patrick on his new electric scooter he just got gifted this week. And Patrick is in our neighborhood riding around looking like Debo.
I'm playing like that.
He is.
My scooter
Patrick's on
was
his
way
electric
better than that
looking
scooter
like
he was
Debo.
on.
Y'all were both on an electric scooter.
His electric scooter looked like the kid's electric scooter. My electric scooter is got
An
to
adult.
go. Yeah.
Listen, anyway, he says he doesn't need much to be happy. Says he wants a partner and children. Building a family is important to him. He was a sales engineer who left his career to experience life on a long road trip to just explore the world, and now he doesn't have a job.
But he does freelance work. What does that do? You like mow lawns and babysit kids?
Maybe he does like, maybe he's like Overton, you know?
Handyman?
Andy.
No, he's another bald person.
Oh, Tommy.
He ain't got
'Cause
no
he
job.
job. Steve is now Tommy to me.
Right.
Steve is definitely, he ain't got no job. Brother even was being a little shady at the
A little.
at the meetup for him to
was
tell
like-
them that he's getting married. His his brother's like, so what are you gonna tell her about your career?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, I'll tell her that, you know, I just took time off to be, you know, experience life and to see the world, and I'm in between careers right now or jobs.
So you gonna tell you ain't got no job?
Played him in front
All
of
the shade.
everybody. In front of the whole table. He was like, yeah, I guess I'll have to tell her I ain't got no job.
She go when you don't have to go nowhere all day.
I mean,
You know, I'm not really materialistic
why would
because
the
you
expert
can't buy
set somebody
nothing.
up with who ain't got no job?
That's what I'm. What kind of?
You know, like
Anybody could put in. They gonna end up with a married person on that show next season. The kind of vetting they do, they're gonna end up with a married person. He always on camera real quick, huh? Yeah, I'm Jim. I've always wanted to be married. I figured I'd sign up for this. This would be great. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
you know I ran out of gas.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Come back with the Chris stories.
I know.
Think about it, they done had somebody who got somebody pregnant that was on the show.
Yeah, now they got Tommy who ain't got no job.
Ain't got no job,
His
man.
name's Steve Tommy to me. Steve Tommy. He ain't
Yeah,
got no job.
You must have to sign a waiver to get on this show. We are not responsible for who we put you with.
It has to be in there in the fine print somewhere. Let's move on to his match, Noi.
Yo, you're killing me with this hair.
I'm sorry. It's in my eye and
Because you keep doing this.
Okay.
You
Because it's hard to keep straight
Well,
hair.
put the shit in the ponytail and let's film.
Did you miss us?
I'm hungry. We gotta go grocery shopping. Can you... Okay.
Okay.
I don't got no more life. Yo.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Okay. Noi is 38 years old, considers herself quietly noisy, meaning she says she's quiet when she first meets people, but her alter ego is very noisy. Her alter ego likes to dance, wears wigs, and be silly. You know, do what you like to do in your free time. You know,
Yeah.
No judgment here, but all the judgment. So,
Noise sound like you.
wait, I don't be just be wearing wigs and dancing and be silly.
Have you seen your TikTok? Hey, what are you talking about? Yeah, Noise. I'm not gonna be judgmental, but all she likes to do is dance, put on wigs.
I wear wigs for real.
And
I don't
laugh.
put them on for fun. You just make it seem like I'm out here throwing on wigs and then TikTok. Yeah, don't be out there doing that. I barely have any dancing TikTok video. Barely.
Come on, you be out here rapping stuff right here.
I ain't never been with a Betty. She comes, so I added to the telly. You're not gonna play me like I'm Noi in here, okay? I ain't never said I was quietly noisy either. This is it, Michael Jackson style.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Anyway, she said she was born in a refugee camp and her parents migrated to the U.S. and they grew up with not a lot, but aspires to be or have what her mom and dad have, which is a really strong marriage because they've been through so much, and wants someone to be by her side no matter what. Steve Tommy gonna be by your side no matter what because he ain't got no job.
Yeah, y'all ain't gonna be able, you ain't gonna be able to afford it.
He gonna link onto you real tight, trust me.
Y'all got benefits?
Let's move on to the next couple. Next match is Jasmina and Michael. Jasmina's 29 years old, considers herself Miss No Nonsense. Says she is or was in a relationship, was in a relationship with a guy who didn't want to settle down and wanted to soil his oats. And she said he
wanted to what?
Soil his oats. What?
This got diarrhea?
Like he wanted to go out there and do him, you know?
Oh, okay.
What did I say?
Sow his royal oats.
Is he? He's not royal for one.
But that's what they said in Coming to America. They did not say soil his royal
So
oats.
it's sow.
Yeah.
Sow his oats.
It ain't soil.
Are y'all sure? Like
You soil yourself when you don't make it to the bedpan.
Okay, my bad. I swore it was soil. You know what? I'm not taking your word.
Depending on who you out here getting with, it might be soil.
Soil your oats or sow your oats. Drop it in the comment section. And if it is so, he was soiling it because he was getting it dirty anyway. Other people, right? Ain't that right? Anyway, she said that he wanted to go out there and do him.
All right.
And then come back to her. And she was like, nope. She said the second guy she was with went out and had a baby with someone else on her. This girl has been through it. Says she's looking for the love of her life who isn't going to play games. The first thing though, Jasmina, when I looked at you as you was coming onto the screen, the first thing I was like, yo, she looks mean as hell. And then when I saw that they titled her Miss No Nonsense, I was like, for the first time in the history of Married at First Sight, they got something right. Because I immediately thought like, yo, this girl look mad mean. And then it said Miss No Nonsense. So, I mean, I don't know if that plays a role into why you went through what you went through. Because maybe you come off mean.
Yeah, you can't be out here treating people bad and not expect them to go out and have a baby on you.
Jasmina's match is Michael. He's 28 years old. He considers himself training for love. He lost his mom, his dad, and his brother in the past. And due to his loss, he says he has had to figure out how to let someone in. Says he would on purpose amplify negative traits of other girls that he's dated in the past just to make himself happy that he didn't commit to them. I don't know how that mentally all works, but that's what worked for him or not.
Every girl he's ever been with,
he says it could be one thing about them.
Anything, he's found a way to not like them.
She got a side part, I'm done. That's it. She's wearing H&M. I'm done. I can't. She does. She's left-handed. Done. He does have 3 or 4 sisters. He relies heavily upon them for their, support and approval, and that's pretty much all he has. And I believe he does have one brother too, as well.
Yeah, Ralph.
So you remember this name. So let's see how Michael and Jasmina, match up. The final couple to be matched is Alyssa and Chris. Chris is 35 years old, consider himself Mr. Monogamy. Told his mom that the cameras are for a real estate project at his job, and then surprised her that it's actually for Married at First Sight and that he was getting married in 2 weeks. And his mom was like, are you out of your mind? Which is what people always tend to say.
Should.
He considers himself a serial monogamist, meaning he gets into relationships and stays there for years at a time and then gets out of that one and goes into the next relationship for years at a time. Says he has a successful career as a real estate agent and now wants a successful marriage. That's it for Chris.
And a very successful career as a disc athlete.
Frisbee. He was Frisbee in that Frisbee.
Oh, you see that form?
He was Frisbee. He was serious about it. He was very serious about that Frisbee.
It might be a problem.
I hope
he got a big Frisbee.
Yeah, Jesus. Alyssa is 30, says she's looking for her forever home. She likes to rescue dogs. Wants someone who is loyal, kind, caring, and funny. Loves horseback riding, being in cowboy boots, and being at the farm. Says she was together with a guy for 2.5 years, and he came home one day and said, don't make dinner, I'm breaking up with you. Was this guy named Isaac? I mean, it sounds a lot like him. Or was it Elijah Wong? Which one was it? Like, I'm just saying. The fact that he told you, don't cook tonight, I ain't coming home.
Yeah, you good.
Wasn't that in Harlem Nights too? Like he called and said, tell your mom I'm not coming back.
Yeah. He was leaving for that girl.
For Jasmine Guy.
Yeah.
Tell your mom I'm never coming back here no more.
Yeah, I'm never coming back no more.
Let's see how they end up working out throughout
Not
this
gonna
season.
be good because I don't like her.
I don't know. She comes out very stale, very... I don't know. I don't want to call her bland, but it's just like there wasn't nothing exciting about her. So it's like, I don't know. Jamaican people have a very funny saying that's like, there's nothing to write home and tell mama about. And that means like there's nothing exciting to talk about here. So it's like...
Yo, you kill me with these Jamaican sayings.
It is a Jamaican saying.
No, you just heard a Jamaican say it.
My parents. Like, that's what I hear them
He's
say.
nothing to write home about. Everyone says that.
Oh, they do? I thought it was just a Jamaican saying, because that's what I've heard everybody in my family say. I didn't know they said it.
You know that old German saying, it's water under the bridge.
I'm just saying. I thought that's what it was. Okay.
That old Hispanic saying, treat others as you want to be treated.
Okay, well, whatever the case, ain't nothing to write home and tell mama about when it comes to Alyssa. She's just boring.
She's very boring.
It's just very boring. It's like, nah, you're making me go to
And
sleep.
she proves it as we get deeper into the show.
Yeah, so let's move on to the next few scenes of this episode, and let's see what happened. The next few scenes show the guys and the girls meeting up for their lunch dates to get to know each other. The girls talk about how supportive their moms are and their family are for supporting them in this process, and automatically Lindsay starts crying and breaking down. It's like, my mom is not supportive. She's very unkind to me. She's like dangling the carrot in front of me, and like I'm having to beg her to even come to the wedding. And everybody's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Why do people share so much right
It was
off
a
the bat?
little too much for the first time meeting everybody. Like, you don't just... But apparently it hit home when everybody else was talking about it. She just started to...
Now I gotta feel weird over here.
Because I want to talk about how my mom, is supporting me.
Yeah. You know, I'm when people offend me like that, because it's offensive, you messing up our good time. This is not what we here for. Didn't nobody come here for no Dr. Phil. We came here to meet each other and drink.
have
So
a good
next
time.
time a situation like that pops off where we're supposed to be celebrating, is some negative Nancy come in and be like, I didn't have my mom, but my mom was great. Came to all my football games, wrestling practice, basketball games, drove me home backstage. It's awesome.
Made dinner every night.
Every night, awesome.
Four.
No, you're not gonna put that on me. Why I gotta feel bad?
Next, Lindsay tells
I'm
the
gonna
girls...
uplift.
Next, Lindsay tells the girls that she told the experts that they could have full reign on what her match could look like. Only thing is, she didn't want him to have chiclet teeth and a belly. And the other girl, Alyssa, was like, I like nice teeth too. And then the other girls were like, no, we were specific on what we wanted.
And we could tell by what they got.
And of course, the guys were saying they were worried about their match not being attracted to them, and that's a fear for them, and all this other stuff too. So,
I think we're gonna see some of that happen.
Then Jasmina reveals that she feels like she's the girl that guys always got to go through in order to get it right. Like, she ends up molding them to be the better guy in the end.
Right,
For
and this,
somebody else is the problem.
I need my glasses, but
That's what-
I'll make it official with the stance. So what we have here, if you remember from last season, is how females like to write, direct, produce,
And
their
create
own-
a story in
their
their head.
own movie that they star in,
Yes.
co-star,
Yes.
all of that. And that's what she's doing here. She's assuming that these men are going to her and somehow she's giving them something good that they then take and find the one that they need to be with. That's not what's happening.
So what's happening?
You're pretty. So physically, they get with you and they feel like, okay, I've got a pretty girl. Like, I got me a pretty girl. This is going to be the one. And then her stank attitude
Tell it.
lets them understand that maybe looks aren't always that important. I need to find somebody who treats me right and is nice to me and does, what I mean?
There's something
Yeah,
there
and
that's
then they
causing it.
leave your pretty ass to go get
Yeah.
a real
'Cause
10.
There's always two sides to the story. You can't just say, I'm the one that groomsmen to end up, going to be
You
their
the
best
one that
self
showed
for
them
somebody
that.
else.
Nah, man. My ex, she
That's where
was
it's
the
at.
one.
That's where it's at. Then Katina jumped in and said she must have side chick written across her forehead because she always seems to be the side chick for every dude that she dates. Like, something's going on here with the two of y'all. No. I mean, it could be the wig, Katina. I think.
The no more party might say it all.
They talk about consummating their marriage. The girls say mostly no. It's a no for them. And then the guys say that they're split. Some say that,
The ones
it's
that said no vehemently are the same ones who've been cheated on multiple times.
The guys say that they're split on this decision because they said if the vibe is right, then yes, they'll do it. And then others say if this is their first time, then they want to enjoy, the ride and just let it.
There's always
Let it
one on
be.
every season.
That's what
These
they
dudes
say.
Clowns.
That's what they say.
Yeah, it's gonna be the last time.
The first
What
last
song
time.
he heard this on?
I have no idea. Maybe
Poem he read this song.
Brian McKnight.
With them ears, I know he heard it somewhere.
I don't know. Let's go on to the next few scenes, which will be a high level overview.
Everybody gonna be going to him all season trying to get the tea. I know you heard what was going on over there. You better tune those to the other side of the room. She's saying she saw her ex at the grocery store. And she felt the tingle and the dangle.
Next few scenes will be a high level overview. Next, they went and chose their wedding attire. Nobody cares. Then they went to their bachelor and bachelorette party. Nobody cares. Only thing though, Isaac was out there live and in. When they say you're like live and in something form.
He had his face on the ass.
Okay, you can just
That's
say
whatever that is.
Wow.
Bro, I don't think COVID protects against pink eye. I don't think that.
There's no COVID drop for that.
Vaccinated means against COVID, not all that other stuff. And then the other one out there, like an automatic chlamydia gun. She was just in people's face. Clack, 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 clack. You're like, ma'am, you are spreading droplets
Everywhere.
Ugh.
Droplets though. It was bad. I mean
I
the
need my
bachelor
mouth.
party was bad. There was nothing going on at the bachelorette party.
Ugh.
But Isaac was in rare form. That's what I was trying to say.
Rare form,
He was
yeah.
in rare form. And I'm
That wasn't rare form. That was what he do.
That's what Isaac do. Elijah was not there, but
That's
Isaac
how you know
was
how I
there.
know he a clown.
How?
Like he work out, got muscles, but he can't. He don't have women's interests. Like he can walk by at the beach
no
and
substance.
the girl can see him at the beach like, oh girl, he is fine. Blah, blah, blah.
And
4
it's
days later,
surface.
they're like, this dumb mother.
It's
you
surface.
can't- Yeah,
It's
like
surface.
so. Attention from women is addictive to him because he
don't
can't
get it.
sustain it. He
Ah,
can't.
yes.
He can't keep it with nobody.
Yeah, and I think it's because of his personality. There's no substance there.
Right.
I'm telling you, when he was at that little barbecue and was telling everybody that his traditional wife needs to cook, I was like, that's an absolute turn on.
Yeah.
Like, you can't say that to people. Like,
Yeah, and he has
nobody
to-
wants to have to do anything for anybody. People want to do it because they care for you and they genuinely want to do it. But when you're
Right.
going to make it a forceful thing or a mandatory thing,
You better get in that kitchen.
excuse me. Anyways, I digress. That was it for those two scenes. Let's move on to the wedding day to see who gets married.
We on our way, Sam's.
Mark and Lindsay are the ones that get married in this episode. Mark the shark and Lindsay. They're in their hotel rooms popping
I hate
champagne.
sharks.
They're doing their hair and makeup. Lindsay's getting dressed. She's throwing
Champagne ain't the
herself.
only thing popping.
I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're letting yourself all go for everybody and the world to see. Like, I'm like, what are you?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
they start heading to the site where they're getting married. In the party bus, she's saying she's on bottle number 2 of champagne. She's all the way drunk.
Here we go again.
She's belching. It's not even a burp. She's like, and she's walking up to the aisle. It was bad. They're like, do you have your vows? She's throwing her whole dress down to pull the vows out. And it's like, yo, calm yourself.
She doing that after work, just got home itch.
It's like, you need to calm down. You need to calm down. So Lindsay finally gets to the top of the aisle. She walks down the aisle. Their eyes meet. That's the part that I always like to see, though. The part where they actually see each other. Because you could tell by their reaction if they really like each other. Just by this first sight, And they seem to like each other. They smile. She gets down there and Mark says, my name is Mark the Shark. And she's like, oh, I don't like sharks. I'm scared of sharks. And she's like, I hope you can protect me. And he's like, oh, yeah, I can protect you. And she's like, well, I'm a fast swimmer, so I'll probably leave you. It was weird. She was drunk. It was drunk humor. Then they put on the rings, and it's a few sizes too small, so he's pushing it hard on there. And she's like, that's fine. I like it when it hurts. And her dad is sitting there like so awkward. Like everybody's looking like it was very...
Mark was like...
It was very awkward. They get married, they walk back down the aisle, and they go off to a little table where they can get to know each other, talk about what they do, who they are. In the final few scenes of this episode, Lindsay is laid out on the park bench that's near their site. And she's like, if you could be any animal, what animal would you be? And Mark the Shark is like, I would be a monkey. And she was like, oh, a monkey. Like, oh, no, I'm scared of monkeys.
I'd be like, I would be a bird so I could fly away from him.
Oh, she turned into Jenny with, dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away from here. Come on, pray with me, Forrest. Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away from here. And then we were like peas and carrots again.
It was the greatest movie ever.
Forrest Gump has so many good parts to it. It's just I can't even.
This whole time I've been sitting next to a millionaire.
He's like, well, I've been sitting next to a millionaire. And the little old lady was like, well, I thought your story was fascinating. Lieutenant Dan's like, so where's that God of yours if you want all this shrimp you're supposed to be getting? And he was like, and just like that, I went to church. I'm talking about new coat. I'm talking about new hoes.
Dan, you got legs.
You got new legs. Jenny was a piece of work. Jenny was something else.
Jenny was foul. I don't care. They always do that. They make, when girls do foul stuff, they make, this man, his mental challenges.
Yeah, that's the one.
And you know them your whole life. So either don't give him none so he don't know what he missing. But if you gonna give him something, you can't run off.
And then leave for years and then come back sick.
Yeah. Talk about he's yours. So, alright, we'll get to him, but first, when did you get sick?
And do I have it?
Do I didn't get tested? Look at, he's just like you. Okay, damn him. You said you dying.
Of what?
What?
Please share. Do I need to get tested?
I was. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to die. He came back to kill me. He could be.
Oh, my
Some
God.
people wouldn't have dealt with that same situation the same way.
Forrest
you come back years later talk about this your son. Who said?
Forrest
Who
had
said
the
that?
Of a saint. Forrest had the patience of a saint. He did. He was that movie was amazing. It has so many good parts.
He had no patience. He just ain't no better.
So last and final few scenes of this episode, they show her asking him, do you have any pets? And he's like, oh yeah, I have cats. And she was like, oh my God, what? No. And it's very drunk and wild reaction. And she's like, how many cats do you have? And she's like, he says, I have 3. She's like, oh my God, no. And he's like, what, are you allergic? She's like, yeah. She was like, but I have cats too. And he's like, oh man, how many do you have? She said 2. So I'm getting rid of mine because we're not going to have 5 cats. And the way you're looking at me right now is literally how they ended the episode. That was it for episode 1.
You just get rid of stuff like that? Like, oh, you got cats? I'll get rid of mine. Cats is like, yeah. You ain't have nobody. I was one rubbing up on your leg and cuddling. And you just gonna get rid of me?
Now you're just gonna throw me to the side. So
I hope you don't never find happiness. All my 9 lives, I hope I will dedicate for you not finding happiness. Mark, come over here. I'm gonna scratch his face up.
And that is the end of episode 1. Drop your comments in the comment section below. This hair is all over the place. Drop your comments in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. Also, based off of what you watched today or in that episode, let's make some early predictions. Let's do it.
Come on.
All right, and I want y'all to drop your early predictions in the comment section as well. Mark the Shark and Lindsay, will they stay married or get a divorce?
Stay married.
What? Okay. What about Olajuwon and Katina? Stay married or get a divorce?
Isaac and Cat Head's gonna be they gonna be done so quick.
Because he's just waiting to cheat.
Yeah.
And she's waiting to be cheated on.
Right.
I'm sorry.
They're
Okay.
a perfect match for divorce.
Noi and Steve Tommy, because he ain't got no job. He gonna stay together because he ain't got no job. He ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah, what?
She's bringing.
You were going on another trip to Florida? So, what you driving back from Florida?
And who giving you gas money?
Yeah.
All right, so stay together. Jasmina and Michael. I bet you they stay together.
Until they divorce.
Yeah. I think they stay together on decision day and then watch us get a pop-up a few weeks later that they announced that they're getting divorced.
Yeah.
I bet it work out that way. Lastly, Alyssa and Chris.
No, absolutely not.
No?
Is she around rodeo and cowboys and cowboy boots all day? Is she coming home to this? Come on, bro.
It's a no.
I mean, he cool. He got a disc athlete body.
Yes, you know he got the belly.
But that form, boy, he was
serious about that.
fluid.
He was serious. All right. Drop your early predictions in the comment section below, and then we can come back to it on decision day and see what everybody thought. And see what we thought too from the gate. So please be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button and share with family and friends.
Too much.
But before you go, I do want to say that we will be posting on Fridays and Saturdays, just depending on what we got going on with our work schedules. But we will be here for y'all, right?
I'm hungry.
Okay. And with that being said, thanks for watching. He's so awful, y'all. Somebody send help.